Alright, so today we are going to be taking the, let's see, focus, the block and the crank and the oil plug, the oil pump down to Rancho Engine Machine here in Rancho Cucamonga, and we're going to have them check it and make sure everything's good, and then if it is, we're going to proceed with the machining, of course, seeing if we need to use oversized pistons, oversized bearings, anything like that. But for now, the turd is still turdy, until we get the results on the block and see if it's usable and whatever else. If it's usable, then we will proceed with this thing. If not, we will move on to this one. And this one will be parted out down to the shell, and the shell will be scrapped. As much as I don't want to do that, it might come to that. So yeah, stay tuned, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I had to tear the block down a little bit more, just to what I would think would make it easier on the machine shop. And I figured I would show you guys something. In Miata blocks, it's got this weird hole right here. It's a casting thing, so it looks kind of jagged around the edges right around here, but it's a normal thing in cylinder 4 on Miata blocks. From what I was reading, it's where the oil drains back to the pan from the head. So when you see this and you're building a Miata motor, know that it's totally normal. I already knew that from before this, but I just searched on the Miata forums just to double check again, because that's how I do things. I like to double check and make sure it wasn't like a defect or something wrong with my block. So we're good to go. Alright, on my way now to Rancho Engine Machine with the block, the crank, and the main caps and all the bearings, so you can see what exactly caused it to be bad and whatever else, and we'll go from there. Alright, leaving Rancho Engine Machine right now. You can see all their cool cars that they got laying around back there. Camaros and not Mustangs. Well, there's a Mustang there right now, but not usually. They usually deal with LS stuff across the way at, I think it's Don Lee's. And yeah, so he said he's going to take the block and get it, not take the block, but he's going to clean the block on Monday, because it's Friday today, and make sure the crank is right and whatever else. And yeah, there was actually a gouge on cylinder 3 that I had not noticed, so we are going to have to go with oversized pistons. Hopefully not too crazy. I'm hoping for just like 83.5s or 84s. Hopefully I don't have to go for like huge ass 85s, because then that'll be a whole different ball game, but we're gonna make it work. As far as the 240 goes, I'm still kind of collecting parts for the 5-speed swap. I'm trying not to spend a shit ton of money, which is probably not a good thing, but for the important stuff I'm buying brand new stuff, but for the like not so important, I guess, like stuff that you can buy used, which is okay to buy used. Like I'm not buying a used clutch, obviously, because that's just awful. But I bought a used trans, I bought a used clutch fork. What else? Used drive shaft, which you can't really get new. I mean, I guess you can get the one-piece drive shafts, but that'll be way later down the line for this car. For now, I don't need it. So, yeah. Alright, so we're going to take these AIT fenders right here and go trade them for some stock metal fenders from another member on the Inland Empire Miata group on Facebook. I'm going to whip the Silverado out there just because, what is that? Oh, it said change oil. Because the 240 does not have AC. So, and it's really friggin' hot today. Oh, stuck in the dip. So, we're going to take the truck, just go meet this guy about halfway. Halfway for us, me being in Rancho. He lives somewhere in Highland or San Bernardino. We're going to meet in Fontana, because I guess that's about halfway. So yeah. Alright, on my way home now. Let's see if you can see the fenders back there. They're white ones. which doesn't really matter because the whole car is going to get repainted shortly after getting the rebuilt motor in. Not sure what color we're going to go with just yet, but I'll probably just end up sticking with the blue, honestly, because I love the flake that the paint had in it, that specific paint code. It's not a Mazda paint code, I forget who makes it, but yep. Alright, so since we're still waiting for the machine shop to be done with the block and the crank, I took the wheels back down off the stack that I had in the corner, cleaned them up real nice, and just gave them a light coat of polish just to kind of bring them back. But in the meantime, while I've been waiting for the machine shop, I actually revamped my, can't really see it, my bike here a little bit. So I figured we'd talk about that since nothing real new on the car front. It's a fit frame, Colt forks, Primo stem, just some black handlebars, I forget who makes them. Eastern rear wheel, Haro front wheel, Eastern crank and pedals, and then really old Rogue status seat that I'm trying to get rid of. Not really feeling it anymore. But I guess I should go this way. But for the Miata, we actually we actually went and picked up something that I've been wanting for a really long time for this car. Ooh. And it's right here. Oh, nope, can't see it. Alright, so it's actually right here. It's a 6-speed transmission from a 2000, I think it's a 99 or 2000 NB Miata. So we're going to be running that in the Miata. With the way the 6-speeds are set up for Miatas, it's just a closer gearing. So it'll be a lot more fun for drifting. But yeah, as far as the way the cars are looking, the Miata looks pretty much the same, just has both white fenders now. Little dog paw prints all over my hood. Because I set her up there. But yeah, so as far as that goes, like I said, I keep repeating myself, but we're waiting on the crank and the block to come back from the machine shop, and then we're going to send the head off to the machine shop, but the head that I need to use is still on the car. So we're going to pull the Miata down into the driveway, and instead of this being here, it'll be right here. We'll be able to pull everything into the garage and do it that way. And then it should be good to go.